Marry me.
So, why do you think they chose this building? The real reason it's famous isn't the height, it's the money. Because the most famous building on the planet was also one of the greatest financial disasters in American history. And that secret is buried in the dark, empty floors far beneath that couple's feet. Rewind to 1931. This tower goes up in just 410 days, faster and taller than anything humanity has ever built. A gleaming crown over the greatest city on Earth, a monument to money, to confidence, to the future itself. There was only one problem. It opened its doors directly into the worst economic collapse the modern world had ever seen, the Great Depression. And a skyscraper stuffed with luxury offices is worth almost nothing if no one left can afford to rent them. Floor after floor sat completely empty, dark, silent. For years, it was normal for barely a single office on an entire level to be leased. The building was so empty, it earned a cruel nickname. People stopped using its proud name and started calling it the Empty State Building. So the owners did something clever and a little heartbreaking.
Keep every light burning. Let them believe we're full.
Every single night, they left the lights blazing across the vacant floors, burning money on electricity in rooms with no one inside, just so that, from the streets far below, the tower would look alive, look full, look like a triumph. It was 100 stories of beautiful, expensive illusion. By every rule of business, this building should have gone under. But it didn't. Something kept it breathing, something its architects never designed it to be. And that same secret still pays its bills today. Here is what saved it. While the offices sat empty and dark, people kept coming to the building anyway. Not to work, but to look. In its very first year, 1 million people each paid a single dollar just to ride the elevators to the top and gaze down at the world. $1 million in the depths of the Great Depression, from the view alone. That was the secret. The offices were the reason it was built, but the observation deck, the tourists, the tickets, the view, that is what actually kept the lights on. The famous skyscraper wasn't really surviving as an office tower. It was surviving as an attraction. And here is the part almost no one realizes. That is still true today, right now. In a recent year, this building's observation decks pulled in more than $136 million and turned roughly $100 million of that into pure operating profit. Some years, the view earns more than all the offices combined. The world's most famous office building is, quietly, a tourist attraction that happens to have offices attached. You think it sells square footage.
From up here, you can see the whole world.
It really sells a feeling, standing on top of the world for the price of a ticket. But the strangest part of this story isn't the building. It's the pattern it started. Because this tower wasn't a one-time accident. Look closely, and a chilling rhythm appears. Almost every time a nation races to build the tallest tower on Earth, the economy collapses right behind it. This one rose into the Great Depression. Decades later, the Petronas Towers seized the crown. just as the Asian financial crisis detonated. Then the Burj Khalifa stole the title, and Dubai nearly went bankrupt, rescued at the last moment by a wealthy neighbor. Overnight, the tower was quietly renamed after the man who bailed the city out. An analyst gave the pattern a name: the Skyscraper Index. Is it a curse? Not quite. It is something more unsettling. It is math. Record-breaking towers are born from cheap money and soaring confidence. And cheap money and soaring confidence are the exact conditions that appear right before a crash. So the tallest building is finished just as the party ends. The monument to the boom becomes the tombstone of the bust. To be fair, not every economist believes the link is that strong, but the timing, again and again, is hard to ignore. So think back to that couple at the very top, risking everything for one perfect moment. They believed they chose this building for the view, for the height, for the romance of standing above the whole world. But the reason the whole world knows this tower's name has nothing to do with either of them. It is because 100 years ago, the most famous building on Earth was mocked as a failure, nearly went bankrupt, and was saved, not by the powerful tenants everyone expected, but by ordinary people paying a single dollar just to look. It never earned its glory from the offices everyone thought mattered. It earned it $1, one visitor, one breathtaking view at a time. So the next time you see it glowing on the skyline, remember what you are really looking at. Not an office tower. The greatest tourist trap ever built. And a monument to the beautiful, dangerous confidence that raises a masterpiece into the sky right before the fall.